Drone here. What's going on, guys? So we got this Potensic drone with the one-axis gimbal that we've been having issues recording to the SD card slot. I do have an SD card in it. If it does record to it, I will post that in a different video. This video, I want to see if we can actually just get a recording from the camera onto the cell phone. So let's get this set up and let's go. First thing we need to do is go ahead, connect the battery, and then go ahead and turn on your controller. And we can connect to the app. Then you can fly this without the app. Right now it's calling for a calibration. These are fake antennas, so it doesn't matter how you have them. We're going to go ahead and get our cell phone out of here and connect to this drone. Settings. We're already connected. We need to go into the app, which is somewhere. Potensic GPS. We're going to click Go Flying. And it's calling for the compass calibration, which is just basically a bugs 2 compass calibration. Super simple calibration. And it wants head up and rotate around. The single axis gimbal on this is a great design, even though it's brushed. GPS accuracy test, we will do that as soon as we get the bottom part of this holder out. Bams up. We'll go ahead and put this down here and click next, which maybe we'll just let it sit down and kind of watch over it. That way I'm not holding anything. Should go fairly quickly. I don't think this was a long process last time. I mean, I'm kind of standing above stuff, so it's probably not the best spot to be, but it shouldn't take too long. Again, what we're doing here is we're going to give it a fly. We're going to give it a full fly. Let's see, what did it say? It's a GPS accuracy test successful. Okay, that's great. Shows that I have 8 satellites. And again, what we're doing, I want to see if it'll record to this, because it hasn't been recording to the SD card for some reason. If it does record to the SD card, we'll put that in a different video. So let's go ahead and record. We are recording. Going to fire the motors. Down and out, maybe. Gonna lift up. And we're not gonna go too far away from ourselves either, because maybe the disconnect has had this, we're drifting. We are drifting. There, 11, and we're locked on. So yawing is actually allowing this to move in GPS position. Keep that in mind. So I was pretty sure this had a fairly strong GPS hold, but it seems yawing is messing with that. Keep that in mind. We're going to stop the recording. We did a 36-second recording, 37-second recording. What I want to do is show you the GPS ability on this simply by grabbing this, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back, and ooh, that almost biffed out. Did not work the way that I wanted to. And so it's not that great. It's not that great. I thought this one, maybe it was the Bugs 2 clone. I mean, so that's not bad. Maybe it was the Bugs 2 clone that, because now I'm pulling and it's just going to go down. That was actually rock solid GPS. But let's go ahead and let's give this a little fly. I'm gonna take it. Nice flyer. Nice flyer. Nice little punch out. And what, our app freeze up already? App disconnected already. So there goes that recording. And disconnected at a very short range. We're back. So we're gonna stop that recording. We are going to. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna try to do a mild climb up. And hopefully it'll stay connected. Got a guy behind me. I could look, see what he's doing through the app maybe. No, I'm disconnected already. Disconnected. Why is it disconnecting at such short range? We're gonna go ahead and turn this back around this way. And yeah, I'm disconnected. Get right here, and I'm reconnected. So that's no good. That is no good. What I'm going to try to do is maybe long hold this button that should have triggered onboard recording maybe, and I'm just going to take this out. App's already frozen, but we're going to take this out. We have little to no telemetry. Well, we have no telemetry now because the app's frozen. See, now it connected. At that distance, it connected. At 59, 61 meters, it connected, which is really weird. I don't understand that. But we are out. We're just going to go ahead and fly forward. We're flying forward here. Still see the drone. It's a very, very clear day today. We're at 125 meters, and my app is still good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to long hold there, and I'm going to long hold it again. Hopefully we get something on the SD card, and I'm going to continue going forward. It's right there. I believe it's still tracking distance, but as far as video transmission goes, it's not great. And right now it might have stopped tracking distance. We're going to go ahead and bring it back. I can still see the drone. Again, it's a really clear day. We're probably well over 200 meters, close to 300 meters away from myself. And at 175 meters, I got my video transmission back again. So we are just pulling back here. And this will give you a vague idea of what type of flight time you can expect. It is above freezing temperatures here. Again, we have little to no wind, maybe like a 1 to 3 mile an hour wind, but for this drone, that's absolutely nothing, considering it has a brushless gimbal, or brushless camera. Try that again. It has brushless motors. It does not have a brushless gimbal. I wish it did have a brushless gimbal, but the way this thing's recording doesn't really quite matter, now does it? I'm seeing a lot of jello. Nice bird up there. Look at that bird. I don't know. It's way lower than what we are. So it seems that the video connection at an extreme short range wasn't locking. Decent long range was locking. I'm going to stop the... I should have did that. Oh, okay, it didn't do it. So I'm going to trigger it from the controller, stopping the recording. I'm going to go over here. And there's a lot of jello in this. A lot of jello. We're gonna just go up here. I don't know what the beeping's about. Don't know what that beeping was about. Maybe that was max height. No, I don't know what it's about. It's still allowing me to go up. No clue what that is. If one of you guys know, let me know. We're going to go ahead and take a picture up here. It took a picture. We took 2 pictures. We're going to take a picture by the controller. We are going to go ahead and record. We are recording. Don't know what that beeping's about. We're backpedaling. We have 51% battery, so again, I have no clue what that's about. Let's lower altitude. And right now, so we've lowered altitude. Maybe at a certain altitude, you start to get that. And we are only 65 meters away from myself, and I've lost my video transmission. I've gained it back. So the signal, the Wi-Fi signal that the drone's outputting is not great. There's no interference. There's no moisture in the air or anything. There's moisture on the ground, but there's no moisture in the air that would be interfering with that. This morning it was extremely foggy. Flying in those conditions, you can have those type of results. We're going to go ahead and stop. We're going to bring this down. All in all, the thought process of this drone was a good idea. As far as what we're seeing after the fact, like as far as I haven't gotten anything to SD card besides 3 seconds. What I'm seeing through the FPV is a little bit jello-y. And again, we can't blame it on cold. It's above freezing. We can't blame it on wind because there's next to no wind. We can probably blame it on that brushed gimbal. The one-axis gimbal on this was a great idea. It really was. I'm going to bring it over here. So, if you can see the camera, we pitch backwards. The camera essentially stays positioned fairly well, where we shouldn't be seeing that, but we are. The initial jolt, it's not catching up. But if we go ahead and pan backwards, instead of it looking up at the sky, we're getting a flat level plane. Pan forwards, instead of looking at the ground, after it adjusts, we're getting it on a level plane. Guys, we're at 29% battery here. I'm not going to do too much else with this. Maybe we'll turn this around, try to trigger a picture. I'm going to set it down a little bit. Trigger a picture of myself. Again, just by pressing the button, we're going to long hold and try to trigger on the SD card a recording. We're just going to backpedal here for a second. We've lost video transmission. We're at 29% battery. And we're going to stop right there, which I've got my video transmission back at 50 some odd meters. We're going to stop the video recording, and we'll again start it via the controller, because maybe that has something to do with it. And we're just going to fly towards ourselves here. It's a nice brushless flyer. I mean, to mod this and equip it yourself to what you would want, it would probably do really well. And we're just going to stop right there. And I don't have FPV signal. It's really close. That's really odd. We're going to stop the video transmission, and we are down to 29% battery. I'm going to do a little fly out here. It'd be nice if my FPV came back at 28 meters. Gonna do a little fly out. We're gonna go out 200 meters, and I'm gonna press return home. We have 26% battery, and we're gonna see where it goes. We're gonna see if it takes off to China or if it's going to come back to the initial spot. We're at 70 some odd meters away, 87 meters away, 26% battery. And on screen it shows that we're recording since we got the feedback. I'm gonna go ahead and raise up. Seems like I was a little bit too low to the ground. So I'm going to stop that. And it didn't stop. 163 meters away from myself. 170 meters away from myself. Right there is that good. I lost my transmission. I can still see it. We're going to hit return home. I've pressed return home. I have no video transmission. I have no FPV. Okay, now I do. So distance is decreasing. I see the drone. It is coming back. Ideally, we want it to come around here, because that's where we took off from. We probably took off like 2-3 feet in front of me. But if it comes off in this general proximity, then we know GPS works well. After this, we're going to land it. We're going to shut it down. We're going to go into the app interface, see if it recorded anything to the phone, and also see maybe if it recorded directly to the iPhone. We're at 20% battery. The drone's right there. Seems to be flying behind me a little bit. Maybe I took a couple steps forward or whatnot. It's yawing. And now it's descending in altitude, which we'll just let it do its thing here. I'm not going to mess with it. So I don't know if it'll actually land or if it just gets into close proximity. As it has, we are going to, or there, maybe it's going to land. But I'm going to cancel out of there just so we have a thumbnail for the video. And again, no, on that yaw, you're going to lose your GPS lock in space. So there's the drone. Really cool looking drone. Good idea on it as far as that gimbal goes, but has a lot to be worked on. We're going to go ahead and set this down now. We're actually going to just hold that, and it should land. Try to land. That was a nice land. We kind of bounced up and then came down instead of toppling over. So, all right, let's see here. We are at 14 some odd minutes, and hopefully my camera was straight enough. What up? It looks a little bit crooked, but I think it's wide enough that this video should be fine. It should actually be tilted that way just a little. Sorry about that. Adjusting camera. So let's go in here. Let's see. Let's picture gallery. So we have pictures. So it did save pictures to the phone, and the pictures look really good. Let's check out video. No video. It did not save video to the phone. I'm showing SD card here. And I'm showing 3 files. Really? Okay, so 1 second. I got 1 second on that file. I'm going to click on the next one. And I got 1 second on that one. And I'm going to hit play. And we got 4 seconds on that one. So the video recording is not good at all. You might be able to get use of this with picture taking, because it does take really nice pictures from what I see here. But as far as video recording, it's not saving to the phone. It's not saving to the drone. And I mean, I'll just double verify that and go into my pictures. We'll go into camera. We'll go over here. Hold on. So the pictures save to the phone, and they look really good. The video did not save to the phone, so it has video recording issues. Guys, I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, get at me. We're about ready to hit the road and go down south.